Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Recently I've been messing around with a lot of the new, or not new, but new and improved Navy ships. Many of them have been altered, such as the Armageddon Navy ship, as we can see here. But we have, however, got some new Navy ships, some brand new ones that have not existed before. And those are the destroyers and also battle cruisers, as well as exploration frigates and dreadnoughts. The prices of the destroyers have recently come down to a bit more reasonable prices. I decided that, okay, today is the day we give it a shot in the abyss. Now, what ship did I decide to use? Well, I decided to use the Coercer Navy issue, because I think this ship has a lot of potential of doing the T2 Electric Abyss solo. So we'll test it out. I've got two variants of this fit. We're going to test out the safer one and then the more DPS, more risky one later. The concept here is that this ship has naturally a really big buffer because it gets armor HP bonuses. So we're going to sort of be focusing a lot on our resists. You can see I've got two multi-spectrum armor hardeners here, or energized membranes, so giving us an insane buffer of 10k EHP, pretty big for a destroyer, with an active tank style of 40 HP per second. We're going to go cruising around with our MWD in the T2 Electrical Abyss, which will be cap stable, and blast fools with our focused pulse lasers, which we're going to be doing quite a bit of DPS. 390 could do more if we had more. If we had more DPS modules. We've only got one DPS module here, unfortunately. But I think it'll go good. And if it does go really well, we can also just opt in for going for a more DPS style with 2 heat sinks and 1 less multi-spectrum energized membrane. So then we can have 469 DPS. We'll destroy stuff even quicker. But I want to first try with a bit more safer fit that's got more resists and more armor HP per second. So we'll test this out. The Coercer right now, I think it was 30 million I checked. 30 million, yeah. So it's a more reasonable price than what was going for a bit of time ago, like 100 million plus. And the fit is 100 million plus, but that's because we've got blinked out modules. So let's go and equip this. Multi-fit. Brick. I really love the look of the Coercer Navy issue, because the Coercer Navy issue has such a robust look to it. I really, it looks a lot more powerful and less flimsy than the classical Coercer, because the classical Coercer I think looks too flimsy. I like the look of the new Coercer though. Really cool looking ship in my opinion. Okay, so let's grab some filaments. What was it now? Agitated electrical filament. And these are super cheap, so they're really great to use to farm abyss sites. They don't give a whole lot, but usually the electrical filaments cost much more than their other counterpart filaments. Like T4 electric costs so much more than T4 darks, for example. But when you've got the T2s, then there's very little difference between the weather effects. So that's why I like to go for the electrics here a lot of the time, because they provide really OP bonuses with the increased capacitor recharge rate. Because even though we're not cap stable here, we are going to be cap stable in the abyss. And we'll go to Sobaseki. I think we can go there, or Morval Island perhaps. Or we can go to Sobaseki. I think we can do it there. Actually, let's go Morval Island because I've got a safe there, I believe. Okay, let's group up these modules and put the Scorch here. It's the long range ammunition. We can hit out pretty far. 21 to 17 kilometers. Okay, it's not that far, but it's somewhat decent range. It's good to use perhaps if we're getting kited or webbed to death, so we're at least able to hit something. And then we've got Conflag for when we get on top of stuff, doing some mean DPS here. And that should hopefully be easier when we've got an MWD, because the idea was that I was thinking that we can just jump in on everything with an MWD. We got in really fast and then use Conflag as much as we can, because if we have an afterburn, we're going to go really slow, 700 meters a second. That's a cruiser's speed we're going to go with this ship. That's why I would prefer to use an MWD here. We've got a safe, yep. We also should form a fleet with ourselves. Form fleet. Great. This ship looks really great. I love it. Looks so good. Unfortunately, just it's a bit pricier than, many other ships, like the fit and everything. But I mean, if you're able to do T2 electric solo, you can earn about, I don't know, 60 million ISK now. It depends how well you are doing them. I think maybe the destroyer is around 50 million, just under 60 million. With the frigate's probably 70 million. Depends a lot on the loot drops as well. It was a long time since I did low tier abyss in a big amount, so I'm sort of not really aware of the current prices, but it should be something around those numbers. Okay, activate filament. Do we not have this on our overview? We should have it on the overview. Add this to overview. How do I not have the filaments to overview? It shows how long time ago I did these low tier filaments. But actually no, it wasn't that long ago. Strange. Maybe it was some update reset or something. So I worry a bit about the Kikimora fleets. They're gonna hit hard. I think the Sancho shouldn't be an issue. Okay, got Leshaks. This should be very easy. Let's just go straight in. And we can use Scorch to just be able to hit stuff a little bit quicker. Take out this combinative cache. Then we'll go for this cache here. We're getting neutered pretty hard from that Leshak. Where's our capacitor here? 4 gigajoules of space. Not a whole lot of capacitor we've got actually. So that is going to be a big downside to this ship. If you're going to be brawly style. If you're going to be kiting, it's going to be able to be avoided a bit easier. Okay, we'll go for Conflag now. Oh. There we go. That was a bit scary there, that amount of neuting. The Leshaks, they neut a lot. A ton. But you can actually survive them a bit easier than normal neutings, like from cruisers, because their frequency of neuting is very low. So they're going to neut in big chunks, so you're usually able to regen a bit of capacitor, so you get like one armor repair cycle off, or some other kind of tank module, or do some DPS. So you'll just get our capacitor to max and our armor repair cycle very quickly because of our Nanobot accelerator rig we've got. Now let's continue here. I mean, we tank fine, but the capacitor was just a bit sketchy there. Lucid waves, these should be very easy. Let's go to the biocombinative cache, use Scorch. Combinative cache, need to get quick. Yeah, we need to use that MWD. Okay, let's land a volley there. We can actually go for Conflag already. I wonder if this ship has bonuses to tracking. Does it have bonuses to tracking? It might have. We can just approach these guys straight away. Oh, we are taking a bit of damage actually. We are taking a slight amount of damage, even though we've got pretty good EM resist, but it is being reduced by the electrical site though. Let's take out... Okay, we're missing a lot. Glances off shots. Perhaps we could keep range. Keep range 7.5 kilometers. Ooh, taking a bit of damage here. With the tanky variant as well. This is not good. This is not good. And imagine if these are neuters, it would be in a different story as well. They would have neutered us to quite a big degree. Usually I found that using these destroyers and frigates with MWDs in brawly style does not usually work out too well, because you've just got that capacitor nerfed to oblivion. Come on, destroy him. Only 3 left. Because this ship has a big buffer. Not a lot of HP per second. We are boosting the HP per second with all the resist we provide, but at the end of the day, this is a ship that's focusing a lot on buffer with those armor HP increases. So I can tell that, okay, it took a long time for them to get through our armor, but now that we're low, it feels like, oh, there's hardly any left, but it's not going up because we don't have a whole lot of HP per second. It's mainly just our buffer that we were saving time or saving HP through. Let's go towards the transfer conduit now. They went down pretty fast though. I'm happy about that, at least. I definitely would not want to use the DPS one here, the DPS fit I had. Maybe if you were to kite a bit more, it could perhaps be an option, but it does not feel safe when you encounter these basic sleeper frigate waves and you just almost get annihilated into structure. Very, very close we were. How much do we get every cycle? We get 160 HP every cycle. Just need to do a couple of more cycles. Yeah, one more cycle here. So we'll just go to the next and last room. I would like to face some Sancha or Kikimoras. Kikimoras can be very deadly. Okay, these should be pretty easy here. Let's go for the Rodiva first, because he is going to be remote repairing everything. We can actually go for that bioadaptive cache as well. Biocombinative cache, there we go. Grab that loot. Okay, now we can... They're already on top of us, they're that quick. The Rodiva & Co. It's rogue drone minions. Grab this, keep it range 7.5. Go with the conflagration. Come on, take him out, take him out. Keep it range 7.5. Should be easy. Should be easy. Penetrating shots, that's great to see. We don't have the optimal damage type against the Triglavians, but it's still good for the weather effect because we have reduced EM resist here in the electrical site. Okay, the Rediva is almost down. And go for the Spark Needle. Let's go for Spark Needle. Oof, he's almost destroyed straight away. 7.5 destroyed. Destroyed. I wonder if you could use a beam laser variant of this and maybe perhaps do a bit better, because then you can kite very well. I don't know if this has bonuses to optimal range. Activation cost, no, yeah, activation cost, but no optimal. Yeah, it does have a bit of optimal range bonuses too. So, could be an option to go with the kitey style actually. I wonder what the DPS would be. I think a Retribution would probably have more DPS than this though. Would it? Maybe it wouldn't. With one damage module, maybe it wouldn't. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. But, oh, okay. The T2 Abyss felt a bit sketchy with the ship. It worked. But the tank definitely needs to be more if we want to face tank this. And just it's the same result over and over again. When I try using solar destroyers in the Abyss, I never really am able to face tank stuff. And I'm not that great at kiting stuff as well. We can see how well this does at kiting with a light beam laser fit, but you're just never really able to face tank stuff. It's very unfortunate, but I would like to. But this destroyers are made to gank and have no tank or very little tanks. But it was still able to tank some, but it was just not enough, really. Like, seeing basic sleeper frigate waves take it to so low armor did not feel good. Imagine if we would have Mass Triglavian waves, Damavix, Sancha, Cinnabals. They're going to hit hard, especially Cinnabals, because Cinnabals do EM and explosive damage. And explosive is our lowest resist here, and the EM resist is going to be further reduced in the electrical side, so we'll take a big beating there. But a really beautiful ship, a very beautiful ship we've got though. So I think we might try a beam laser fit, and we'll see how the results of that will be. So I think that's enough for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.